Crypto holders, do not panic, okay? Bitcoin is bouncing currently. It's interesting. We're going to dive into those charts here momentarily. We're talking about the things that have been freaking the market out, some of the things that you need to have some perspective on because of where we're going in the not so distant future, okay? Lots of stuff to discuss today. Going to blast through all that and then, of course, get to your questions. Second half of the stream, so make sure to stick around, hold those hot questions in for a few minutes. Let's get it. So first and foremost, the price of Bitcoin right now. And I did not add that to the screen. Come on, Lurk. Let's add that to the screen here. Hold on a second, guys. Gosh darn, here we go. Okay, here we go. Price of Bitcoin. There it is. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, price of Bitcoin. Look at this. So, very interesting day of price action. Very interesting day of price action. Now, this is just gargantuan here. Look at this. Straight down, $103,000 or smack back down. Right here to $91,000. Almost, this is insane. I had to zoom in on that. I can see how just crazy that is. Look at that. Almost to the damn dollar. Almost to the dollar of the previous dip back here on the 30th of December. Is that a double bottom? That could be a double bottom. Look at that. Look at that. Holy crap. Now what's even crazier, the current daily candle, which, okay, 12 hours, 13 hours almost away from closing this daily candle. So let's not get too excited about ourselves. If it can keep going, if it can even just stop here and just not dump massively back down, which, hey, as soon as the Americans wake up, they might go, oh, time to dump Bitcoin again. Let's go, run it all to zero. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how the U.S. reacts on, everyone there waking up and starting to get into the game. But currently, I'd like to point out, we're coming back up above the 50-day exponential moving average. Now, if that was just a big old flash dip there, one of those just big old FUs from the market, which it loves to do every so often, doesn't it? Be hilarious, wouldn't it? We get a daily engulfing green candle, recovery above the 50-day EMA. Let's see. Long way for the daily candle to close, a lot of market action between now and then. But if that ends up being a double bottom, almost to the dollar, it's crazy. That would be pretty nuts. And again, I would like to point out, as crazy as all this might seem to the outside viewer, all we have been doing since right here on the 20th of November is moving inside this big fat range between essentially $92,000 and $102,000. Okay, we've had some slight deviations under, we've had some slight deviations over, but 99% of the price action during this last almost 2-month period now has been between that $10,000 range. Now, if we break down out of this range under 92K and start putting daily candles closes under 92K, that becomes problematic. We probably see 85K or potentially even lower targets come in, okay? Pedro says 84K is coming. Sorry, I don't make the rules. Maybe, Pedro. Maybe. Let's see, buddy. Let's see. Like I said, let's see if 92K can be defended. To defend 92K, we got something going there, okay? It's been continually challenged, this 92K level, okay? We want to see some strength built into the market here. We are now 10 days away from the Trump inauguration, which is, there's so much lining up for a bullish Trump presidency for a whole variety of reasons. Anyway, that's the price of Bitcoin today, okay? People are worrying as well about the strengthening dollar index, which is something to definitely worry about. Strong dollar is no bueno for our risk assets, obviously. Look at this recent surge. It's absolutely gone nuts. Now, it's come up to a key area of price resistance. Trump wants a weaker dollar. He'll get a weaker dollar. If you actually go back and look at the Trump presidency, it was basically a weak dollar the whole time he was the president. It's pretty crazy. Biden is the one who kicked off this whole sort of, wild swing of dollar strength from 2022. Biden, that guy. Go eat your ice cream, old man. Biden. Anyway, Kabezi letter here sharing this. Fed's worst nightmare has begun. The US ISM data, a key leading indicator for CPI, shows price paid by purchasing managers at 22-month highs. Last time ISM prices paid with this high inflation in the USA was at 6+% in February 2023. Inflation is hot. Don't want inflation to be hot. Inflation is the bad news bear of the market, okay? Inflation starts going up, makes a whole lot of problems happen real fast, okay? Let's do a real quick shout out to our sponsor. Then we'll get into a few more hot takes for answering your questions. Sponsor today, of course, I Trust Capital, guys. Guys, you want a tax efficient way to do the crypto game? Probably talk about I Trust once or twice before. They've been a great sponsor of the channel for a long time. These guys can help you have tax efficient crypto trading. Look, if you've been trading crypto for a while, you know how it is. Every time you move back and forth, taxable event, taxable event, taxable event. End of the year, it's a nightmare. Okay. I Trust is going to help you remove all those taxable events, okay? Because when you wrap your crypto trading inside your 401k or TSP or whatever it might be, retirement plan, suddenly no more taxable events. Pretty cool, right? So you can buy and sell all the top coins. They've got Chainlink, they got Litecoin, Bitcoin, Solana, whatever you like trading over here, of course. Low cost, monthly fees, in-kind withdrawals. You can actually custody those coins in the future. Real gold and silver via the partnership with Kitco, so you can diversify your winnings out straight away. Pretty cool stuff. And you'll even get a $100 sign-up bonus when using the link down below to start your account. Go check it out if you want to find out what I Trust can do for you and how they can help you save money on your taxes, because it's going to be one of your biggest expenses in crypto. Okay, go check it out. Thanks for supporting our sponsors. Now let's hear from Raul Powell. Raul Powell says, why it's all going to be okay. Okay, you guys need to have your own conviction. I remember some bozo like me, but global M2 is repeating just like 2016, 2017. It will be crazy. It will be crazy, right? That was the previous Trump presidency, by the way. Be interesting. Be very, very interesting, wouldn't it? We just run global liquidity up again massively under Trump. He says, oh no, but what about Rail's chart of M2 versus Bitcoin? Are we all effed? Please help. Well, he says this was the outcome. This was the outcome of the exact same in 2016 versus now. Just chill. It's all going to be fine. Maybe a bit lower, or maybe it's done already. Either way, higher over time. Don't expect a repeat, but a rhyme. Valhalla awaits. There you go. Look at this. Look at that right here, huh? Could this be what we are hoping for? Could this be a similar situation to 2016, 2017, 2024, 2025, new Trump presidency, weaker dollar coming in, quantitative easing coming in? Maybe. Maybe we really get the perfect 4-year cycle again. Gosh, it's going to have to be one of the last. I mean, can we really just keep running this playbook over and over again? AI is going to come take all of our jobs pretty soon anyway, man. Billy Barhart's got some great takes here. Okay, I want to share this with you. He says liquidity and interest rates. We're going to read through this because it's very important. I think it was a great post and it's got a lot of information in it. He says, now that the 30-year bond is pushing 5%, it's time to ring alarm bells. With nearly $10 trillion awaiting refinancing, the U.S. can't afford these interest rates, even less than home buyers can afford 9% mortgages. The Fed has few tools left in the shed. The reverse repo facility is nearly drained. True, it's down to like 170 billion or something today, 30 billion out overnight. U.S. treasuries are out of vogue with China, Japan, and the Middle East. Given the Fed-driven bank failures of 2023, banks no longer blindly buy treasuries because the Fed tells them to. PMI data suggests that inflation is coming back. That leaves just one option for the Treasury and the Fed to get rates down. Quantitative easing is coming. The Fed believes they can the Fed believes they can lower long-term rates via selective QE without spiking inflation. This is fallacy, but the Fed has no choice but to further weaponize the debt against the world to stave off disaster for a little while longer. QE will certainly start by the end of March, but probably could be much sooner. Until QE starts, tech stocks and Bitcoin could be in for a choppy, wide range-bound ride. Traders will love the volatility. Holders will question the bull market. Buckle up, grow a pair, and breathe. Money, printy, go burr again. Tariff fears, California fires, AI-driven unemployment fears, weapons stockpiling. These will all be excuses for pumping money into the U.S. economy via QE-driven debt bombs. I expect long-term 30-year rates to plummet down to 3.5% within 12 months when the QE starts within the next few weeks. Again, the reverse repo pool is almost empty. Almost empty. Okay? when that's empty, they gotta do something to replenish it. Okay. He said the millisecond the Fed even hints at QE, expect risk on assets to explode to the upside. This is likely the trigger for the altcoin season that many have been waiting for. Bitcoin to 200K, SU to $20, Solana to $500. Not financial advice. You're welcome. Thanks, Billy. It's a good post, man. Good post. Okay, this one from Julian Timber. The cyclical bull market is now 27 months old, and on the surface, it looks like a garden variety bull market, but looks to be deceiving. That's all he left us with. It's a very cryptic post, but it is interesting that the medium duration of a bull market is only about 4 months more, which would be about an April or May top. Interesting, right? Now, if we overshoot a little bit and we go run until the end of 2025, then that kind of just gets us a little bit on the other side of the medium range. Okay, and median magnitude. We're also not the average median magnitude of a bull market, in spite of how crazy everything has been. He's talking about obviously stocks here, but as crazy everything has been, it's not even yet at an average median magnitude. Think about that. And this is the AI bull run, man. Come on now. Raul Paladin, again, with another post here, he says, yes, we are still in the banana zone. Banana zone phase 1 was the breakout last year. Now the consolidation, like 2016, 2017 consolidation after phase 1. This won't last long. Next up, banana zone number 2, the banana singularity. Raul. Alt seasons when everything goes up, followed by bear consolidation. Finally, banana zone phase 3 when the core winners explode onto much higher highs, concentration phase. This is the roadmap to Valhalla. Let's see. Smiley Capital, a few good thoughts here as well. Said major tops in 2017 to 2024 all have the same themes: extreme funding and open interest across the board. No talk about cycle top. Any macro issues completely ignored. Dozens of shitcoin valuations for A-tier companies. Shame. And don't even look at FDV on 50+ coins. ETH trading at multiples above previous highs. Flippening is a common word. Crypto's all over the mainstream. Commercials, sponsorships, stadiums, right? In comparison right now, funding and OI completely nuked, the exception of some ETH OI that got nuked already. Everyone talking about the cycle top. Everyone's subtly macro expert, and the headwinds are heavily amplified. Zero shitcoin valuations that don't make sense. ETH didn't even break the all-time high yet, apart from obscure series named Squid Game. Trash show. Haven't really watched it, so couldn't comment on that. Occasional Zoomers gambling on Fartcoin, and occasional millennials calling HBAR and XRP the future of France. Crickets. Okay, just stay bullish. It's not that hard. Yeah. Just stay bullish, guys. Just stay bullish. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. Another one here from Smiley as well. Cycle tops are entirely caused by macro and liquidity. Never occurred on negative news. Bitcoin CME futures launch, 2017, 2021 Coinbase IPO, 2025. What's it going to be? Bitcoin strategic reserve. That's Cynthia Loomis bill when it comes in, man. Pass or not? Probably going to be the market top. Anyway. By the way, sign up to the newsletter. It's awesome. I love it. Link down below. Let's talk crypto coins, guys. Let's talk crypto coins. There we go. We got the big one today. Look at this. Look how big this thing is. This is ridiculous. It's an extremely large bottle of Voss. Trying to get all over myself. Hydrate, everybody. Hydrate. Water's awesome. Water is life. It's the essence of moisture. Okay. Serious time now. We're going to talk about who's panicking, little kids, maybe. A lot of people got into the market late. And as I was saying previously, back in like December and stuff, like if you're showing up now, you're late. You still have opportunities. There's still going to be buying opportunities, but it's getting a bit late. And of course, a lot of people like to top blast everything, and then you top blast everything, and then it goes down 20, 30, 40, 50%, and suddenly you're questioning all your decisions, which is a logical thing to do after doing that. It's really perspective. You've been here for last years, whatever. You're probably just like, whatever, another dip, who cares? A lot of new people came to the market. Remember all those Coinbase app downloads that happened back in November and December? Well, there you go. There you go. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. What do you think of DOT in this cycle? My worry with Polkadot, why I sold my Polkadot, I needed a refresher and moved my Polkadot into my near AI focused blockchain, because AI, of course, very hot. But the thing with DOT, and a lot of respect for what the guys over at DOT are doing. They've got some pretty cool tech. They do really good stuff. There's some really cool stuff being built over there, but just felt like it was not getting that sort of excitement that it got last cycle, right? So we'll see. It's obviously still a top 20 coin or something like that, but it just hasn't got that same kind of excitement and love that it had the previous cycle, right? And I worry that some of their upgrades are going to take too long to roll out. Last time we got parachains right at the end of the bull market, Yay. Great. Lock our dot up at the top for $50. And the time we got it back, it was worth $4. Great. Rough call, man. Should have sold the dot back then and walked away. But no, I'm gonna invest in parachains. This is gonna be great. Spoiler alert, it was not great. Anyway, have you secretly replaced the water with vodka? It's Friday after. No, I don't drink vodka. I haven't drunk vodka in a very, very, very long time. I don't drink very often. When I do, it's usually just red wine with my wife, you know. Maybe a beer once in a while. But hard liquor, gosh, when was the last time? Last time I had hard liquor was probably like a scotch or something. Struggling to remember that. Probably, I don't know, a year ago at my dad's house or something. But not often. Render prediction, don't know. I like Render. I think it's a cool coin. I think they do cool stuff, but I don't have any particular price prediction on it. Lark, do you think that will be a sell the news event when Trump comes back? No. If anything, Trump's going to be buy the news, ironically. We shall see, of course. But again, the seasonality that we tend to see in these post-election year, inauguration year, when the inauguration Januaries, initial pump, then a dump, post-inauguration pump. How it's worked out the last few times. Not saying it's going to definitely go that way this time. There's obviously plenty of exceptions to that rule, but it'll be interesting to see if it plays out that time. I think Trump's going to bring in a lot of things that are going to get people pretty excited about markets. And if he manages to weaken the dollar soon enough, that brings the wind back in the sails for risk assets. And that's what you need to see. Stronger dollar is a wrecking ball, weaker dollar lets risk assets run. That's pretty simple. And they are, as we laid out here, QE is going to have to come. QE is going to have to come. These long-term bonds are exploding. Something's going to break, and that is breaking, and the central banks are going to have to respond, and QE is going to have to come in. Okay. Looks like vodka. It's not vodka, guys. It's not vodka. Vincent, any opinion on Injective? I haven't really thought about Injective too much since I sold it. Made a lot of money on Injective. Big fan. Lots of money over time on that coin. Man, just great coin. Could have sold for more money. Yeah, okay, sure, whatever. Story of my life, right? But made plenty of money in that coin. Selling early, held a whole bunch of it for a long time, staked it. Stake rewards were crazy. Great money earners. Don't really think about that much anymore. After I sold it, I just try not to think back on coins to sell, man. Just messes your head up. If only I had held that coin. Anyway, can it do well? I think Injective's got some great tech. That's got a very good team working behind it, and a lot of respect for those guys over there at Injective. So if they can start pulling in some of the AI agent narrative and stuff like that, and I have not been keeping up to date with what they're doing for the past 6 months, let's say, so maybe they are focusing in on that a bunch, but you know, if they can start getting that stuff going along with their DeFi stuff and their trading stuff, then yeah, why not? Why not? Injective can do well, but I don't hold any anymore. Wild. These guys, actually, I met with them in Singapore. Wilder World. I met with them in Singapore. And it's very exciting. They were showing me their product back then. And I was like, damn, that's like, it's looking good. It's a good looking product. What they're coming up with looks really great. And yeah, I was even thinking like, crap, I should probably put my, because I sold my Wilder back in August in order to defend my Bitcoin and Ethereum loans that were at risk of liquidation. Egg on my face for being over leveraged, but it was one of those ones that I sold. It's fine, sold at a profit. It's all good, but even then, because I had been holding it for so long, but you know, it's kind of one of those ones you regret a little bit because you know what they're doing stuff, you know they're building. And then I met with them in Singapore, which is like, I don't know, a month and a half after I had sold the coins. And I was like, gosh darn, you guys are doing great shit, aren't you? Crap. I had thought about re-entering. I have not re-entered yet. I don't know. I was just I think they'll do pretty well as they start releasing their products. But yeah, have not re-entered the position. I'm focusing more on the AI stuff right now, but lots of respect for the guys at Wilder World are doing. They're doing some pretty cool stuff, and I've always sort of vibed on the general sort of tone of what they're building in Wilder World. That's sort of like you know, Blade Runner-esque kind of vibe. I really like that. Anyway, let's continue. Let's catch up in the chat here. Always get a few minutes behind in the chat. Lark, are you a secret Cardano holder? Da 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 da. Ha ha. No, I'm not a secret Cardano holder. No shade on Cardano. Made a lot of money off that back in 2021. Fantastic, but no, not holding any Cardano right now. Let me see here. Chunam, Lark, I've just dropped $10,000 into whatever that ticker is, and I'm feeling like it's a ticket generational wealth. So in case you guys don't know, if you ever go down to the comments section, you'll see some kind of variation of this ticker. XAI 508P. I mean, you see how ridiculous they're getting, right? XO8 721, XAI 723, XAI 7234, blah, 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 blah. And you'll see actually people currently in the chat spamming this. I got to tell you guys, it's 100% a giant fat scam. 100% a scam. You're scammers. Go find something better to do with your lives. Get out of here, okay? These things are scams, okay? These things are scams, okay? So you'll see these. I'm surprised they're even wasting their time coming in the live chat today, but you'll see these things down in the description, in the comment section all the time. The ticker changes a little bit every day, and they'll even steal videos of me talking about something normal and then post those on their own scam YouTube channels and then use an AI voiceover to try to get people to invest in these scams, okay? So you'll see what they're doing is they're doing social proofing. So they'll put 50 people commenting about how this is so cool or how I've talked about it or something like this. And probably even now try to use it as something that I'm talking about in some positive way. But to be 100% clear, it's a fucking scam, okay? Don't put your money into this shit. Okay. Where are we up to? It's a bird, it's a plane, it's a lark. Yep. Mantra looks prime. Oh, Mantra, holy cow, man. I saw yesterday those guys partnered up with DEMAC, I'm not sure exactly how you say it, but they're one of the $1 billion of Dubai real estate will be tokenized on the Mantra chain, which is super awesome for them. So congratulations to those guys. Those guys, I've been in a chat with them for a while. We never ended up doing any sponsored content or anything together, but I've talked to those guys a few times. So, congratulations to those guys for, getting such a big partnership. And I think DEMAC, by the way, big real estate developer here in the UAE, Trump's got them building $20 billion worth of data centers over in the USA. So if you actually, it's crazy. You drive around here in Dubai, like you see their logo everywhere because they build like, a third of the city or something. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, we're up to. I have banned some of these bots while I'm scrolling through here. Aerodrome finance prediction. It's a great coin for farming. Big fan of farming. Aerodrome. I don't have any farming position open on it right now. I've thought about putting some of my stables and stuff back into some farming positions, but it becomes a bit too much to get the good reward. It kind of becomes a bit too much to manage in terms of, if you want to go for the really high APYs, you got to do, there's like a really good pool for like Circle's Euro coin and Circle's USDC coin. But then you got to be so tight on the margins, which means you have to constantly be updating it, moving around and stuff. And I don't know. One of these days, I'll give myself the time to do that. Anyway, Aerodrome's great. Big Aerodrome fan. Have not locked my Aero tokens. I've kept them liquid. I know the V Aero rewards are actually really good right now. I've been thought, gosh darn, should I just lock them? No, then the freaking bear market's going to come and next bear market, going to get a big position in Aerodrome, lock it up for 4 years, and then just sit back and rock in the rewards. But now it's getting to the point where it's like, oh man, I just got to sell at some point, don't you, huh? Anyway, how high does it go? I'm not exactly sure. Honestly, there's so much emissions coming out all the time that anytime it starts getting a little bit of price action, it gets pushed back down because people take profits because like you've been farming this thing and you're getting all these free coins, you're going to sell them at $2, man. You're going to sell them when they get to $1.80, which is what people do. Why not? Okay, where are we up to? Big fan of it, though. I like Aerodrome Finance. They're a cool protocol. Lark stock market seems edge of local correction, but year by year, Bitcoin stock correlation is decreasing. Do you think it's more related to Bitcoin's deposit properties, something else? What's your idea on it? Okay, I want to see if I fully understand that question. So year by year, Bitcoin stock correlation is decreasing. I feel like it's increasing now, to be honest. I mean, look, there's times if you go back and you chart the long-term correlation between Bitcoin and the S&P 500 or Bitcoin and the NASDAQ, you'll find there are periods of high correlation and low correlation, okay? But usually, and more often, they tend to correlate a lot more. And the more and more that we see Wall Street getting into Bitcoin in particular, we're going to see more correlation because Wall Street's largely going to treat Bitcoin as some kind of tech stock like bet. Okay, so when they start dumping their tech stocks and their tech stock indexes, they're going to dump their Bitcoin along with it. Okay, so I think we'll see increased correlation, not decreased correlation, over the coming years for cryptocurrency markets and the broader macro scene, which is basically what we're seeing. Lark, are you going to sell your alts before May? I think there's a decent chance. Look, it's definitely something I've been talking about a lot and considering a lot. Obviously, it depends on a lot of things playing out in our favor, right? Will the central bank start printing? Will the Trump pump really happen? Will we get enough wind in the sails to push the markets into a local peak in March or April? You know, 150K BTC, 160K BTC, wherever it's going to be. In that situation, I'm taking all the altcoins off the table because I think that that local top, maybe not the final top, but that local top will probably be a good spot to get out for a while we go through whatever's going to happen in the summer, because summers are always full of bullshit price action, aren't they? Okay. Especially if that happens and the valuation of the portfolio goes to what I think it could go to in that situation, go to cash, wait it out, reassess. Okay. I don't need to ride from whatever I think that valuation could be back down 50, 60, 70, 80%. It's not going to be good for my psychological health in that situation. So take the cash, look to re-enter if we see that in August and September, we see markets turning around again for a Q3, Q4 rally. That's kind of the thought at the moment. So we'll assess later. We'll keep an eye on the charts, all that kind of stuff. But that's the thought at the moment. Okay. Okay. Where are we up to next? Oh my gosh. These gosh darn scammer comments. Okay. Lark, what are your thoughts on Jupiter? Jupiter's been a moneymaker, man. It really has. I love Jupiter. Big fan. You know, it's my bags are currently in profit. I bought it nice and early. The staking rewards have been really good. I'm looking forward to Jupiary. And then I'm going to unstake. I will have unstaked my Jupiter after I get the next airdrop. I'll start unstaking, at which point I will then have to wait the 30-day cooldown period. And then when that's happened, I'm going to look to sell. Not saying I'm going to sell immediately, right? I want to see some little strength come back in the market, get a good price for it, obviously. I'm not just going to insta-dump it. Don't need to do that. I'm not desperate to sell my Jupiter. But yeah, I think some of my previous price hopes on it may not get met. There's just been so much, there's been a lot, of course, of new coins coming to the market over the last year. I've been a beneficiary of that and been able to sell those, and it's been really great. But I'm very bullish on Jupiter. It's a fantastic product. Fantastic product. I use it all the time. But the token hasn't been a super strong performer by comparison to a lot of other stuff. But then a lot of DeFi stuff hasn't. Look at Aerodrome as well, right? It hasn't been like a super strong performer. And yeah, it had its initial 10x run, but after that, it's kind of just been chilling, right? Okay. Let's catch up in the chat here. Have you dipped your toes into Hyperliquid yet? No, I've not got over to doing that yet. I know. I should probably be over there farming the second airdrop. Will Elon ever do anything with Dogecoin for X? Who knows, man? Who knows? Doesn't really matter. I don't think it's going to have that much of an effect. I think the Elon doing anything with crypto effect is pretty long over. Even when he changed his profile picture to Kexius Maximus, which was some smaller cap altcoin thing, it had a pump, but it wasn't like, you know, something completely insane. Lark, what are your thoughts on the Phantom Sonic upgrade? Still hold my Phantom Sonic, by the way. Great. Excited about the upgrade. Price action has been not bueno, which you can kind of see sometimes. Everyone gets very excited about the mainnet launch. And then, of course, that coincides. Buy the rumor, sell the news. And that buy the rumor, sell the news happens to coincide with a big downturn in the market. Yeah. I still think Phantom does well. Goes to $5, $6, something like that. I'll be pretty happy if that's the situation. It's good enough. Let's put it that way. It's good enough. Dirty says, you say okay way too much. Okay, Dirty. Okay, man. Okay. There's a time to move your coins off of exchanges. It's always a good time to move your coin off of exchanges. Always. Okay, let's think of it that way. Coinbase in particular seems to have a lot of outage issues, man. A lot of outage issues. The exchanges I use the most these days, BitUnix, Bybit, and Femex. I don't actually use Binance almost at all anymore, especially after they put on facial recognition, and it takes like, I don't know, 10 attempts to get into my account now. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm done with Binance. I'm over it. I'm good. No hate on Binance. I had a lot of great times over there, man, but I just don't use it very much anymore. So those are the three I use the most these days, and they don't really have these sort of Coinbase issues. You may not have those all available in your local jurisdiction, unfortunately. On-chain, though, tends to work really, really good. I mean, I keep preaching, get on-chain, everybody. On-chain is a hot happen place, man. There's so much stuff happening on-chain. You can just sell a lot of your coins on-chain. Not everything. I know some coins you got to actually go back to centralized exchange to sell, but like a lot of the stuff you guys are investing in can just be sold on Jupiter. It can just be sold on Aerodrome. You don't need to go somewhere else to sell them. You can just sell them there. Do it on-chain. Boom. Put it in your cold storage wallet, your profits, and you're done. Doesn't have to be so complicated. AJ, no thoughts. No thoughts on PancakeSwap to answer your question. What are your thoughts on Bitcoin's bounce back? Where are we at right now? Still 12 hours to close that daily candle, don't we? It's a long way away. Long way away. You want to see that kind of close right up here on $95,000 or $96,000 would be a very strong statement. Under that, we're still okay, but then we still kind of have that threat that maybe we push lower over the weekend. We'll see. One more here, then we'll finish up for today, guys. Yeah, they're asking about some pretty random stuff. Yeah, Mr. Harry on. Yes, now that DEX is after better trading options than CXs, that's the real flippening. Indeed. You don't even need the centralized exchange. They're still useful for a variety of things, right? But be surprised at things that you can see and do on chain these days. Thoughts on if non-farmer and unemployment is going to be green tonight? Well, so the expectation, I think, is that jobs are going to come in a little bit less than last month, but that unemployment is going to basically stay relatively unchanged, I think, is what the current estimates are. So if those come in obviously hot, there's a different question there. So if we have more unemployment than expected, or if we have who's coming in here? So one of my little people coming in here. I think mommy grabbed them. Where'd they go? Okay. Anyway, if the unemployment numbers come in too big, obviously that actually gives weirdly, more room for the Fed later to say, hey, we can cut more rates because the job markets are weakening, which is going to be good for the markets. But it's also going to worry people because, oh no, the economy is deteriorating. But the economy is not really deteriorating. Employment's at near record lows. Unemployment's at near record lows. So I think tonight's numbers, unless they're really sort of beyond expectation one way or the other, probably aren't going to be too much of a thing. I mean, the market might react anyway because the market's very sensitive right now. Everyone's very sensitive. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you back on Monday. We got some great videos coming for you over the weekend. Hope you enjoy those. And I'll see you back for Monday's live stream. Peace.